Huh.
Gotcha! Hey there! Gotcha! Thanks for the help. Thanks for coming. Hey there!
Hydration recommended.
Kind of you to visit us in this weather. I won't keep you long. We assumed this delivery was lost for good, but here you are.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Order completed. Well done.
Close your eyes. It's okay. You can trust me. It's a healthy baby girl. She's beautiful. She certainly is. Okay, coming up on 3 minutes. Someone needs to go home.
Waves?
Yes, they are. Your womb is connected to a beach. Now, open your eyes. Rainey, the child you're carrying is not dead. It's just that time has stopped in your womb. Your daughter and her mother are in perfect health.
But there's still no treatment, is there?
When the balance between our world and the beach is finally restored, you will give birth. There's nothing to worry about. Come on. All in due time. So wait and have faith that you and your child will be fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about you?
Someday I'll have a son, but until then I get to see him once a month. It'll all work out.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Sorry, but would it be all right if I took another look at your pod?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll head back first.
The thing is, when I did my examination on your pod, I got the strangest feeling. The BB in that pod was there far longer than any typical BB. I'd like to check your pod's production number. If it's an official model, it'll have one inscribed on it.
I can tell you right now, there's no number written on it.
No, it wouldn't be on the outside. It would be inscribed on the inner wall. Now, you can't open a pod without endangering the BB's life, but there is a way that we can peek inside. See? Right there. See, a pod's production number is a record of when the occupant was transferred from the still mother's womb. Sort of like a BB's date of birth.
Impossible. 11 years ago. On the very same day as the Void Out.
Lou's date of birth was 11 years ago.
And not just that, the serial number is BB00, which would make Lou one of the first test subjects.
Yeah, that would appear to be the case, yes.
If we scour the archives for any mention of BB00, there's a chance we might learn more about Lou's past.
You really should try and put this behind you. And digging up the past won't help.
I think it's time we return to the DHV Magellan. You know, Sam, seeing as you've come so very far, you should take a moment to see to any unfinished business before you commit to new obligations.
Thank you.
In the place where I came from, no one gave birth to babies. They just stayed inside their mothers' bellies.
Well, in our world, babies are born and grow up to be adults. Or at least they're supposed to.
It's only natural that Tamara wouldn't understand. After all, she was living in a realm of the dead. I wouldn't expect children to be born into such a place.
But Rainey's baby will be born, right?
In due time, of course. Isn't that so?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
So I just did me some talking to the sun.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
So you'll be a mother who gives birth to her baby.
Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait.
Talk about terrible, Sam. I've heard dogs with better tones.
Hi, Sam. Tarman here. I'm pleased Rainey's feeling better. And now that that's settled, we're all set to continue linking up the continent. Your next main order requires you to retrieve some intriguing cargo. And for convenience's sake, we've decided to transport you to the mission area in the Magellan. Speaking of the Magellan, I think it's high time this old girl's weaponry got a bit of an upgrade. I've gotten in touch with a researcher based in South Fort Knott for this very purpose. I'll need your help, of course, but the details can wait until we get there. I'm sure you're eager to get underway, but the tar currents nearby have grown unstable. It's going to be a bumpy ride. As a safety precaution, I'd like everyone to assemble on the bridge before departure. Come and join us as soon as you're ready.
So, operations at the Eastern Environmental Observatory are managed by just one man, all alone in the mountains. Must be terribly stressful. To survive in such extreme conditions, you cannot afford to let despair take root in your heart. Hope is an indispensable asset. Not to downplay the benefits of the cargo you brought, but the truth of the matter is that it won't make a difference for him that quickly. But what no doubt served to give him immediate comfort was the presence of a helpful soul. You, Sam. Porters can be bearers of light for those struggling in darkness. He'll not soon forget what you've done, nor the warmth that filled his heart when you arrived. Ah, yes. No matter what misfortune may befall, is it or perhaps regard? You know, Sam, about that ghost mech we saw carrying what appeared to be a coffin on its back. I wonder if that coffin was somehow connected to the beach. If you could deal a blow powerful enough to bypass its defenses, failing that, you could always concentrate your... Sam, I heard what Victor Frank said about your BB pod. You used to have a different keychain attached to it in the past? Igor. Ah, yes. The corpse disposal team member that was caught in the void out with you that time. I see now. The keychain was a memento to remember him by. I've been mulling over the word. He's gone, but he still feels... The closer we are to people when they're alive, no matter how much time passed, no doubt you feel the same. Ah, yes. I saw that you received EX capture. To think that the parasitic chiral microbes, namely by combining if this is indeed true, you have to test this theory at the early... Ah, yeah. You and Neil Vana have a stronger connection than I realized. There must be some reason why he... Admittedly, while we... It may lead to this... Nevertheless, I say this. Ah, yes. When you consume a chronobiote, your perception of the world around you It's not hard to imagine why that'd be You'd have a much easier time lining up your shots, and you'd see enemy attacks coming long before they had... I'm reminded of the difference in the passage of... It stands to read. Neil Vana, a porter employed by Bridge. But why did he appear in that so-called Nirvana? Or rather, that... And then there's the fact that he clearly... If we have another opportunity to visit that Come to think of that place we were sent to, the land of the dead. And did you see those columns of ice? The ones descending from the surface Afterwards, I read the columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce any living creatures unfortunate enough to... Little wonder they're called ice... Ah, yes. The times we've encountered Neil Vana. The first was amidst flames. And thus, now, I believe that the places we found ourselves in are... This is just a theory. But it could be that he may have been a first-hand witness to a terrible tragedy which left a Sam, when I saw that coffin, The patient lies down inside a coffin and being subjected to this simulated experience. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this... Come to think, each time we take the DHV Magellan into the... Which is why everyone has to pitch in. In spite of that, Tarman broke 3 mops attempting to dislodge a particularly... Although he failed in that... Sam, the brigands' vehicles are of a rather antiquated design. You won't be able to get them repaired. They're enemy property. I'd not get into... Come to think, ever wanted to learn more about the various... Well, might be...
Just a little more work, and we'll have linked up the whole continent.
Allow me to reestablish our connection with the network.
And... we're off! crazy. I've lost track of my hand. It's gone.
Are we caught in a surge?
I don't know. There shouldn't be any other currents in our vicinity.
Unidentified object approaching.
Everyone brace for impact. What's wrong?
The rudder's unresponsive.
I think something's dragging us.
The connection to my hand has been severed somehow. Right now, I'm flying blind.
Gilman, do you sense anything?
No, it's not a BT.
Well, something's still pulling us down.
Much deeper, and the ship's hull won't be able to handle the pressure.
Evasive action!
Out of the way, Kitty!
It's no good. Can't break free.
Discharge tar ballast. Rapid ascent, now!
Too risky. We have no idea where we're going to surface.
We have no choice. Open blast shields.
If we don't do something, it'll crush us.
Hold it.
Hardly a repatriate, but I'm immortal enough. Damn. When'd you start rolling with such a big crew, Sam? settle. Settle. Unless you want me to blow her head off. Oh, well. You roll back the clock and that old time fall soaked hide of yours, huh? You know I'm only here to get revenge on you and Sam. The rest of y'all really have no quarrel with, so, you know, you let me keep the two of them and y'all can fuck off. No? Oh. I want to die together. Except for the fact Sam's a repatriate, so can't really share in your sad fate. But before I pop him, he gets to watch me kill all y'all.
What the fuck? A ghost mech? So he's... what? Mecha Higgs?
Sorry to disappoint. But I don't break that easy. So be it. It's gonna be that way. Y'all could all go down with the ship.
It's all up to you, Sam.
No time to waste. Let's head out, Sam.
Sam, it looks like that thing coiled around the Magellan is some sort of giant ghost mech. You're our only hope of freeing the ship from its grasp. Gear... If you can get it to let go and draw it away, we're counting on you, Sam.
Fight that thing! Don't let it harm the Magellan!
Good on you, Sam. Leave him alone.
Are you injured, Sam?
Opening fire now.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
Don't worry, Sam. I'm here. Opening fire now. Cardiac arrest imminent. That's brilliant.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great job, Sam. The only reason we're still alive is because you were here to save us. Come back to the ship. You've earned yourself a rest.
Thanks, Kyle. Came in handy. Thanks for the help. That's the way. Snag it. Gotcha.
Good morning, Sam. I understand that your room didn't suffer any major damage. Unfortunately, the rest of the DHV Magellan wasn't so lucky. The ship is unable to travel in its current state, but Tarman's doing his best to get us back in action. I'm about to leave to pick up some supplies for repairs. When you're ready to head out, I suggest you head to the... Afterwards, check the ships that the show must go.
The entire crew is working hard to get the ship in working order. So let's follow... Sam, I'm so glad that we were... It's protecting...
How's everything looking?
We'll be able to repair the plating and the propulsion system using chiral printed parts. Fragile's team will pick up any additional materials that are necessary. The nav console I use to read the tar currents isn't broken. I just need a little more time to restore the connection with my hand. Won't be much longer now.
Tarman.
He came to visit me in my room.
Thank you. Oh, I see you're holding hands now, eh? Hands allow us to connect. Form bonds.
You think you'll ever find your missing hand?
Now that's a bond I doubt will ever be broken.
Looks like we're good to go.
We'll see you later.
Stay safe out there.
Are you excited to head out? So excited. She's here. Oh, there's Fragile. Okay. Let's get going.
Hey, be safe out there.
Thank you.
What if you run into trouble on the way?
We'll be fine. Remember, you're talking to the former head of Fragile Express.
You two be all right?
We all have dooms. No need to worry about us.
And we're tougher than you, too.
Right. So watch yourself out there.
Take care of each other.
Sam, although everyone's hard at work repairing the DHV Magellan, it will unfortunately be some time before we can travel again. Nevertheless, putting our plans on hold is out of the question. We must continue to press on. Extending the chiral network remains our priority. Your next objective is to link up South Fort Knot. Though you'll need to get another site online before that will be possible. And unlike before, the DHV Magellan will be unable to advance to your position after you've expanded coverage. And during this period, you'll need to operate without our support. Fragile, Rainey, and Tomorrow are gone procuring materials for repairs. And Tarman has his hands full tending to the ship. He'd also like to improve the ship's... and bringing South Fort Knot. I say this to reassure you that the whole team is committed. It's just gonna take a... For now, head to the Phantom Smith shelter and the associated main or...
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
This one's for you. Thank you kindly. Came in handy. You're mine.
Yeah!
for the help. Thank you, Captain.
Enough oxygen up here. emerge from the tar? Heads up, Sam! covered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help. Thanks, guy.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
This one's for you.
Thank you, God.
Tolerably tolerable.
Hey! What?
Hydration recommended.
Somebody lend me a hand!
Let's call it Sam. Thank you, Sam. Please take measures to withstand the heat.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Hook that one.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all.
Snack.
Hey. Good morning. Hey.
Huh. That's the place, huh?
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome back.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility.
Hey, thanks. Risking your life to cross and rubbing shoulders with BTs to recover. You're one. Sit tight. Well, damn. You got this here in impeccable condition. That can't have been an easy thing. Good job finding this. Honestly, I'd already There's no denying your incredible skill, and I'd like you to put the...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And now Accordingly, I was able to... Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology. From what I can tell, it reacts to... The reason I mention it is because the chiral radiate, practically speaking. This means you can incapacitate... It should also deal damage to BTs and mechs as well. It's pretty... You can't use it without anchoring it to the ground. Gotta think. You know, even I've heard... So if the chiral shock cannon help... And if you can deliver my research... There's a lot of... If you... Thanks again. I'm still concerned about the armed so I'll be... I don't... You're Anyway. So, good...
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply. Despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak. I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knot and put it on the chiral network as planned. It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities to better contend with Higgs and his forces. And the sooner we connect all of Australia to the network, the better. When you are ready to proceed, you can pick up your next main order from the delivery terminal at this facility.
Feels good.
Unable to obtain additional data from the DHV Magellan. Updating information with data from within chiral network coverage only. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Thanks for the help. And thanks for the help.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Been a hand. Thank you kindly. That way.
You're mine. That's the way.
A silent, faulty feeling. A silent fault. A silent, faulty feeling. A silent fault. I sigh and fall to the ceiling. I sigh and run to the kneeling. A silence for the feeling. Ran out of all the meaning. I ran out of. It's hard to fall believing. It's hard to fall. So many men are losing. While out there doing the proving. It's no surprise he's doing. Bring your friends, bring it all. Don't suck it up, no. Bring your friends, bring it all. Don't suck it up, no. Bring your friends, bring it all. Bring your friends, bring it all. Bring your friends, bring it all. Don't suck it up, no. Bring your friends, bring it all. Don't suck it up, no.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Contamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Well, hazardous materials notwithstanding, I see you got here in a timely fashion. One moment while I confirm the cargo's condition. Now this is great. One of the finest looking deliveries I've received. Well now, this was not a delivery I was expecting. I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough thanks to you. Let's both continue to give it our all. Go ahead and connect your Cupid.
network at last, eh? This should enable me. As for the cargo, I applied a few finishing touches. It is a devastatingly powerful... You'll find it deals... which might come in handy, since it's hard to say. So that's all the more reason... Ideally, unfortunately though, such firepower is more... In addition, you can... I highly... A gift I was in... This cargo will allow you to enhance the... I'll need some time. I'll be sure...
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more aggressive, but I see you were all able to fend them off in the end. Chiral network coverage now stands in excess of 85% across Australia. We are already seeing indications of plate gate formation in the near future as well. Just a bit more, Sam. I know you and your comrades will finish what we've started. And to prepare for what's to come, I encourage you to rest in your private room. Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges. Though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions, Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patron's funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was a non-government operation. But I, APAC, and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this investigation for now. Take this time to rest and recover in your private room.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lou investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lou's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lou was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lou's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lou was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last, out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knott is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few access the South Fort Knott.
Sam, I finished preparing your next delivery for you. You'll find it utilizing... Oh, and my mentor also...
Sam, you'll forgive me for using our private line again. I did a deep dive into the DHV Magellan's provenance. While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from Bridget's own accounts, just like the funding for Drawbridge itself. It would be fair to say that this would make it a government vessel, in effect. Charlie was involved in all of the relevant transactions as well. This only increases the likelihood that Charlie has connections to the UCA. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist, in which case these actions may have... simply been the work of APAC. If everything, including the extension of network infrastructure, was simply a pretext for territorial expansion, then it's plain our company has made a grave error. Further investigation is warranted, but that will require a little more time, as will the DHV Magellan's repairs, for that matter. This is a delicate situation that requires caution, and we cannot afford to ignore the threat that Higgs poses either. As such, your best course of action is to continue to undertake main orders and prioritize linking up the remainder of the continent. As always,
your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another...
Order accepted. Thank you.
Came in handy. This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Sam, it's Deadman. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB-00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB-00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB-28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Corbridge baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified, and now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB-00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB-00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB-28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB-00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place then.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Came in handy. Thanks for the help.
Somebody lend me a hand!
You're mine. Thank you, God. Him and Handy. Thanks for the help.
You're waking up to face a brand new day.